Okay. Or not screen recording, I mean, what do you call it? Screen sharing. That's what it is. Can you ever
Okay,
hear
cool.
us in the audience too? Okay, I
Can
hear
you hear me?
you. Yes.
Fantastic, fantastic. Okay, cool. Well, I cannot stream into this channel, which is super annoying in you, and I can't turn my camera on as
Lovely.
well.
So here's what we're gonna
We're off
do.
to an amazing start.
You're gonna drop the link to your slides real quick for me, if possible.
Of course,
And I'm gonna
of
go
course.
ahead and just there we go. Perfect.
Thank you
And
so much.
actually,
And
everyone else who's also joining in into the order. Also, Faku, when you get a chance, can you just share the order that we currently have
Yep.
planned, and then we can go from there. All
thank
right,
you so
there
much,
we go.
Nina.
There you go.
For the record, I'm a big Mexi for Ignite, but I don't know if Dan Bilzerian's going to have some issues with you there. So
Yes.
let's see how that goes. Okay, cool, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in for part two of this and making some time on your Fridays. My name is Tom. I'm the founder of Artisanal. Artisanal, our main focus is to enable the way that developers and construction professionals interact with data in the real world environment. So my background is I worked as a quantity surveyor in the construction industry for quite a long time before going full time on Web3 and with the motivation to sort of see how we can bring new technology to pretty archaic industries such as AEC, which stands for Architecture, Engineering, Construction. So here's our team. That's me there. We've got Tim, my co-founder, who looks after finance and marketing, and Daniil. He's been our CTO for quite some time now, and his main focus is looking after open brush ink libraries and kind of keeps everything going with what we're doing. So, and you have next slide, please. So, just a little bit of context as to why we're doing this. So we have a product already built. It's on testnet on Shibuya, which is the Astar testnet on Polkadot. Our tech stack is Ink, which is a smart programming language of Rust. Now, we love Ink. However, I think for what we need to do in the future, we need to make ourselves pretty flexible and give integrations that are lend themselves to the masses, right? So fiat on ramping, account abstraction, super important to us. And so the why as to why we're doing this is, during my time in industry, there's multiple silos of data. So people use different project management toolings, design toolings, and when it comes to dispute resolution and finding out who's liable for cost and time, the fact that 70% of all construction projects exceed their budget by 10%, we don't really have clear ways to assign who is liable for what cost. So this is the primary focus of our case. So as I go through this, I want you to understand that our MVP right now is a marketplace for architects and engineers to mint their designs and sell them on for royalties, bring in the creator economy. Going forward, as we become more mature as a product, we want to really focus on dispute resolution via project management tooling. So this is what we're trying to do. We're trying to bring data together for everybody and make it accessible. So in 2017, there was something called Grenfell Tower. There was the developers on that job cut corners in terms of the materials that were used, and there was a big fire, and it was pretty horrible for people who lived in London. And when it came to actually finding out why or who the decision maker was, the information was just on one laptop, which got lost quite conveniently. So we want to kind of move away from that. So this is what we're doing. This is the solution. So right now, next slide, please, Anika. Thank you. So right now, just back one more. Sorry. So this is what we're perfect. Thank you. So this is what we have built on the left right now. So the marketplace is ready to go. Over time, we'd like to see this migrate over to Stellar, just because of the awesome fiat on ramping. We spend half our time in Buenos Aires. We have a partnership with the University of Buenos Aires, and we are running on-chain architecture competitions to redevelop their infrastructure. For the initial build, you can see my very basic UI that I built out there. We want to have donation platforms built on Stellar. So using Ripio for on-ramping, using SCP 30 for account abstraction. This is kind of how we want to have our first steps into the Stellar community. It's going to be a bit of a longer process for us because we're kind of already there. The conclusion we've come to is that we can't continue with Ink anymore, unfortunately, because it won't keep up with what we need it to do. So yeah, please next slide, Anika. Sweet. So features. So the donation platform, this is what we're going to be putting in the first instance. A donation platform via Stellar, allowing anybody from anywhere in the world to on-ramp and donate to the competition as a sponsor. I'll put all the information in the channel after I've finished. The competition with the University of Buenos Aires will be the first one. The part of the go-to-market strategy is to continue rolling this out to other universities in Latin America that are free to attend. UBA is super interesting for us. My co-founder actually landed there this morning for crecimiento, which means growth. They want to make Buenos Aires a blockchain Silicon Valley, and we want to, it's free to attend UBA, and also the lecturers don't get paid. They're volunteers and they're just alumni, which I think is so cool because it's still a top 100 university, but there's not the funding there to redevelop facilities as and when. So we're going to be working with them to product test. We could build out this super sophisticated project management solution now, but construction, it's very, very archaic. So we're going to start off with the lowest hanging fruit, which is global workforce, architects, engineers. They can mint their designs, earn royalties from future sales, and then going forward, we'll start to integrate, say, contractual information, warranties, having like an on-chain data room. So if there's ever a dispute, you have the on-chain arbitration piece there. Next slide, please, Anuha. Thank you very much. Cool. So just a bit more about our technical architecture. On the left is our architecture right now for what we have built. And then on the left is on the right, sorry, is what we're proposing for the initial build. I really want to stress this: the initial build on Stellar. So the donation platform where people can on-ramp their crypto and go from there. Next slide, please, Anuha. So I'm rushing through this a little bit because I know that there's
Great.
a
Let's
lot
start
of people to
rushing through
go.
here.
Yep, cool. Live demo is basically everything I just said. It's just a little explainer video, so we can skip that. And no, it's fine. Don't worry about that, Anuha. It's fine. I can post it in the channel. Next slide, please. Cool. So our roadmap is sponsorship portal goes live. The competition goes live in Q1 2025. We're migrating in Q4 this year. So I mean, we're Rust Maxis, so it seems like a good fit for Sonoban. And then Q1 2025 is we roll out the first competitions, and then we continue to rinse and repeat this with other universities as we build out the on-chain arbitration portal. Next slide, please. Yeah, thank you. Cool. There's just a little bit there about what we're trying to do. So people mint their designs and they can post for work, tender it. It's all completely transparent for everyone to see. Updates are posted with job posts as you go through. Key milestones are put on chain. If there's ever arbitration events, you can do those as well. We have a decentralized pool of arbitrators that can then vote on events and then give a verdict, which saves everybody a lot of time and money. Construction is a huge industry. It's not the sexiest. It accounts for about 15% of the world's GDP. So we want to be the first people to bring this sort of technology to construction. Next slide, please. Cool. Just some stats. I won't go too far into that, but basically this is just outlining why there needs to be a change. Thank you. Yeah, cheers. And yeah, so royalties from the marketplace, when we have the post MVP integration, which will be the project management and on-chain arbitration, we'll then package this up as a subscription as a service platform. And people can pay a monthly fee to have all of their information stored in our data room, paid ads in there as well. So we have a clear road to how we can make money and be self-sustainable. We've had a lot of love from the Polkadot ecosystem. We've done a few hackathons this year, and yeah, we're just really excited to continue our build in a way which is sustainable and is accessible to everybody. That's the main thing that we want to convey. So thank you very much. That was a very whistle-stop tour of what we do. I'll put some resources in the chat. If anyone's got any questions, I'll put my Telegram there as well. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you so much, Tom. I really appreciate it. That was awesome. And I will, also, Tom, if you're able to just go ahead and share all the details in the chat, and same with all of the projects. Be sure to detail out exactly what your project is, who you're building with, in the chat after. And Silence, I'll share an Airtable for public view for all of the projects after we wrap up demo day later today. Sound good? All right, next up we have others. Come on up to stage, my friend. Let's see if your slides work. I don't think you'll have
Hi,
access
hi.
to screen. Hello, hello. Actually, can you go ahead and drop your
Am I
slides in
audible?
the- Yes, you are.
Yeah, I've DM'd you in the Slack.
Okay, perfect. Okay, 1 second. Let me go ahead and find it. Which one did you message me to? The private channel or
Wait, let me send it in your DM.
in my DMs? Did you DM me to the message that I told everyone to DM me to? I don't think so.
Wait, I'll send it again.
Oh, found it. Here we go. Sorry.
Cool.
There we go. All right, ready? Also, stick to the 5 minutes, so I will start your time right now. Go ahead. Oh, wait, sorry, not sharing slides right now. So give me 1 second, y'all. All right, ready? And everyone should be able to see my slides here. Go on ahead. Take it off.
Yeah, cool. Hello everyone. So we are creating DBank. So it is a streamlined asset management with stellar trustless security. It's basically a bank for assets. By asset, I mean NFTs and real world assets. We are not focusing on tokens right now. Next slide, please. Next slide. So currently in team, it's only me. We'll have a co-founder, non-technical co-founders, but we are just moving forward with me just now. So the problem we are countering is the 51% attacks that comes by owning 51% of stakes or 51% of machines in proof of work systems. So and also the storing of private keys. It is very necessary. Next. So asset gets stored in shady quorums, in shady nodes. That is a huge risk for the safety of assets. And while users move their assets to third party apps, they have to import their private keys on the app. Next. So the solution we came out with is we will rank the nodes in various metrics like the successful transaction, the failed transactions, and all the other metrics that we have stated in our uh, documents. Um, we also include the simple shader signer so users don't have to import their private keys of their wallets. Next. So this is a simple UI with just draw on our hand. We'll implement it later. Next. So the features we are providing is keyless asset imports. We are using simple stellar signer for importing the user wallets and the asset that user store in the wallets. We are ranking nodes using the stellar node.io. We have a huge database of nodes. We uh, basically rank them, and we are giving the transparency to the user. The asset manager are bound to tell the user where their assets are going. Next. So this is our technical architecture. We we have an admin and a user. I've talked it more about in the demo video. So next. So we don't have a demo, but I have talked about the architecture here. Hello everyone, we are Team DBank and we are making a tool for crypto asset managers and individuals that want to manage their assets. Our user workflow is pretty simple. User either logs into our website or the app by giving email and password. If it then gets through the DBank API, which is this, and into our DBank database. So the DBank database stores the user email ID and password. Now, user also use simple signer to integrate their wallet and to transfer assets to DBank. The admin, that is the DBank team, manages all the nodes and using the StellarBit .io API inserts it into the node database. Now we give the asset manager opportunity to choose the nodes in which he or she wants to store the assets. After choosing the node, the asset manager transfers mm, the assets through the asset management contract into the node providers, and then it gets transferred into the Stellar blockchain. Yeah. So for the POC, we are creating the sign up page with two-factor authentication and the dashboard for all the nodes. And also, you are integrating simple share sign up. And for the MVP, we are using the user support. We're giving the user alerts on if their assets are in some risks. And for the MMP, we are creating a bunch of stuff so make this user friendly. So the our go-to-market strategy is Twitter outreach. We have contacted a bunch of asset managers and given them some early bird offers. And we have also joined LinkedIn communities. And also we have contacted the asset managing companies forum and their employees who are asset managers. N- So the current market is 685 billion of asset management. While we are moving to an Web3 world, this might turn to Web3 asset management. So the asset management is growing with a CAGR of 35.4%, and there are 300 crypto hedge funds where on an average there are 14 to 15 asset managers in each. Next. So our business model is we are directly charging 2% of the assets while storing it and 1% for transactions. We are also charging the a monthly fee to the asset manager. It's not now because we want to attract a lot of asset managers, but we'll do it later. Next. So if you want to ask us any question, you can go to dbank_stellar. That's it.
Great job, others. Thank you for sharing. Next up, we have Rent Me
Thanks a lot.
Daddy. Oh, and make sure to share the link and everything in the chat, please.
Yeah.
I know you already shared the presentation, I believe, but yeah. All right. Andre, I think you are coming up. Hello.
All right. Good morning.
Good morning. Good
Can you hear
morning.
me?
Yes, I can hear you, but your camera's still loading.
Okay. Ugh. Oh, okay. I need to allow it. Okay.
Ah, see your beautiful
Sweet.
face, my friend.
Thank you. It's super early and I'm going off of like 3 hours of sleep for the third day in a row
Got it.
because we've been powering through a lot of development, but still super excited. And I think we're ready to rock and roll. Do you want me to share the
Yeah,
slides or do you want me to share the link?
share the slides with me because I don't think it'll let you to stream.
Okay, let's see. Yeah. And we're doing another startup like incubator, and today's actually the last day there as well.
Oh, wow.
Um,
You guys are intense. I honestly think you're probably the most intense, dedicated team
yeah,
since I've met you all at Consensus.
yeah, that's how we roll. No stopping.
There we go. All right, here we go. Take it off, Andre.
All right,
Oh,
so
sorry.
thank
Hold on.
you.
Hold on. Sorry, I meant to turn my camera off instead. Stop my stream. Here we go. All right, good to go.
All right, so thank you for tuning in, everyone. I would like to introduce you to Rent Me Daddy. It's the first crypto on-ramp based on Telegram. The first Telegram-based crypto on-ramp. So a little bit about the team. My name is Andre. I think Trevor and Slava are on the call as well. A little bit about our background. Most recently, I was the VP of Product and Engineering at a company called iTrust Capital. We were the first ones to put crypto inside of a heavily regulated retirement account inside of crypto inside of a retirement account in United States. So spent millions of dollars on figuring out compliance structures for crypto payments and custody and things like that. Luckily, that was on iTrust dime, but we get to benefit from it and use that knowledge that we acquired after we took iTrust to being a unicorn. And our team, you can see at the bottom, ranges from with people from Acorns, Wells Fargo, BNY Mellon, Amazon. So very talented team. Next slide, please. So fiat to crypto on-ramping is broken. It creates a huge barrier for crypto adoption, and RentMeDaddy is solving this issue with a universal Telegram integration using Stellar. Slide, please. So the problem is that the user experience is horrible. Usually it's a complex process where you need multiple apps to go from fiat from your bank into crypto. And the blockchain knowledge is required because you're usually required to use some sort of a self-custodial wallet. Pricing is unclear. The fees are super high. Most of the on-rampers charge 7 to 12%. Also, 80% of the providers use a centralized solution. Most of the time, it's like zero hash. Great team can, I really admire the zero hash team, but we can't rely on a centralized solution to power all of our crypto on-ramping. Another huge pain point is that about the authorization rate is about 20%. So every time someone swipes a card, only 20% of the time that transaction is successful. And by swipes their card, I mean they enter it online. So we're here to fix it. And next slide, please. So the solution is what we built. It's RentMeDaddy. It's an easy user experience through Telegram mini app, and you can on-ramp into crypto with a couple of clicks. Telegram community is growing. It's about 900 million users right now, and it's projected to be at 1.5 billion in the next 3 to 5 years. And so far, the authorization rate that we've been experiencing is at about 80%. We use some special algorithms to make the processors more comfortable and decrease fraud. And obviously, we're using a lot of the Stellar anchors, and that's been a great experience so far. So let me get into more details on how we're using it. Here's a quick snapshot of our UI. So RentMeDaddy, you can go at RentMeDaddy bot on Telegram and you can test it because we're already live. Next slide, please. So our features is that we offer XLM and about 200 other assets, 10 blockchains, and you can get your assets from fiat into crypto in under 5 minutes. We offer different levels of KYC, meaning that if you want to do a lower value transaction, you don't have to provide your ID, which has been a tremendous game changer so far. And we've been able to drive a lot of adoption. Of course, there is KYC and AML. We will take that very seriously, so no fraud slides through us. Access it directly through Telegram. We support over 100 countries right now, and the goal is to continue integrating with Stellar anchors until we become our own anchor. But if you go to the next slide, I think we can skip architecture because it's pretty straightforward, but heavy to dive into it with whoever would like to. And so the demo is about a minute and a half, and if you want to fast forward through it a little bit, we can. But yeah, basically you enter the amount, you enter the wallet that you want to end up with, where you want to receive the crypto. You enter the payment source, which is also huge help because that's different countries offer different payment sources, and that's how we're able to maintain our authorization rate so high. So here we are doing it all through Telegram, and as of right now, within a couple of minutes, the crypto is going to be in the wallet. Okay, and there it is. So it was received, and basically you can do all of that through without having to leave Telegram. And actually, okay, and we can go to the next slide. And how am I doing on time? Yeah.
You're fine. Keep going. You have like 2 more minutes.
Okay. Oh wow. Okay. We have, and we can go to the next slide. Okay. So as far as the roadmap, we did an official public launch. We're doing this camp right now, super excited about it. As I mentioned in the beginning, we are also doing USC, which is University of Southern California here in Los Angeles, Marshall School of Business incubator, very selective program, but they also loved Rent Me Daddy, and so the problem that it's solving, so we're able to get admitted. We are planning on scaling the marketing because that's marketing is everything, and we're seeing just when we went live with. I think that's going to be the next slide. But we want to support more countries. We want to support more assets. We want to add through partnerships with MoneyGram, who we're already talking to them. We actually have been for the past probably month or so about so we can do global remittances through MoneyGram, through Telegram in the next coming months. So we're super excited about that. So go-to-market strategy, social media marketing through Telegram and Warpcast. We've been seeing crazy amount of traction so far. We did a controlled launch with beta invite code. So a good feedback there. About 30 people tested us. Then we opened up the floodgates to everyone, and we saw about 200,000 of transactions coming in about a week, which actually it was more than we expected, and yeah, so it was more than we expected by by far. So yeah, 200,000, about 1,200 users logged onto our platform and wanted to use the bot. So there's so much room for growth. And we did absolutely no marketing. So once we start putting marketing dollars behind it, and can we go to the next slide, please? So the current market is 7 billion is on-ramped daily in crypto. There's 900 million users in Telegram, but there's projected about 1.5 billion. Thousands of crypto channels in Telegram where people just need to on-ramp into different assets. And we're conveniently there for them to do it with a couple of clicks. Next slide, please. So B2C and B2B models, 1% transaction fee and a monthly platform fee if we need to charge it. Pretty straightforward. Next slide, please. Oh, and that's it. So ask us any questions. Take us for a test run. You can scan the QR code, and we are happy to solve your on-ramping needs.
Thank you so much, Andre. That was awesome. I am going to go to the next one, and also be sure to share everything in the chat if Trevor hasn't already. And yep, cool. All right, thank you so much. Next up, we have Quentin. You're coming on, my friend. Get on up here. This might date my age here a little bit, but anyone know that one meme that goes like, "Come on, dance"? No? Anybody? It's on TikTok and Instagram all over.
I don't have TikTok, so I'm out of the loop there. I've got up to Vine, and that's
typing, and I know
it.
Gemma knows exactly what I'm talking about. Yes. Gemma, please tell me you know what I'm talking about.
Hey guys, can you hear me now?
Yes, Quentin, we can. And okay, Raheem knows what I'm talking about. All right, lovely. Darn. It's okay, Gemma. At least we got Gemma is the sole reason we had the brat meme. But anyways. Hi, Quentin. How are you?
No, yeah. My name is Esteban, so Quintero is my last name. Yeah, but I don't
Oh,
know how why I cannot activate the camera. Yeah, sorry guys. I was yesterday in Malaysia attending Blockchain Week Malaysia, and now I'm just here in
all
China.
good.
So I've been traveling
All
across.
good.
So I'm sorry for that. I will be back to the
Well,
hotel.
it fits right in with your awesome project. So let's get on into
Yeah, exactly.
abroad. All the reason for
So
why
that
you built abroad. So are you able to
yeah,
share slides here? Slash, can I
yeah.
just get the link to your slides and I can go ahead and share them?
Yeah, just let me try because well here because of the VPN, so I am using the like the web version of Discord. So let me check. I don't know if you are
Um,
watching
Actually,
my
Esma,
screen.
can you go ahead rather than sharing this screen? Oh, there we go. Actually, you're good. I think everyone can see your screen.
Okay. So thank you so much for waiting for me because I was a bit late. Sorry for that. But
Of
well, we
course.
were like 2 nights ago.
Esma,
We were all together.
you are on time
Sorry.
here for 5 minutes, so I'm starting your timer right now. So let's get on with it.
Okay. So thank you guys. So well, abroad is the best way to travel the world if you are like a crypto user. So when you travel, you always have to rush for cash. You have to go to the ATM. You have to like find always like ways to use the money because not everywhere like the card is accepted. And when you travel to Asia or when you travel to Latin America, not everywhere the cash is the card is accepted. So about the team, it is myself and my best friend. Actually, we have been working together in the blockchain industry for 8 years now. My friend is the technical lead, and I am like the business manager. And I am the one like developing this project. Of course, I have experience in UI UX design, and my friend has a lot of experience like regarding the technical side. So what is the problem? Like the world is becoming cashless. So I just spent like the last 2 weeks traveling across Vietnam, Malaysia, China, Hong Kong, and everywhere there are QR codes. Like no one is using cash anymore. Only the travelers, of course. So for example, in Vietnam, I paid with a note, and the people who was accepting the payment, she didn't have enough money to give me back. So I had to run out to find something for it like fast to get like some money to be able to pay. And that is a problem that also happened to me in Brazil. And the thing is that the world is running cashless because all of us like are using the money in the phone, but travelers and digital nomads cannot use the local services. So yes, cash is not being used anymore. And again, in some countries like may I say underdeveloped countries, may I say, the cards are not accepted everywhere. So that are the problems we are going to tackle. So what is the solution? We are building a new, may I say, payment rail, because we want to like be another alternative compared with Visa, Mastercard, etc. And we want to be the rail that allows like crypto native to pay straight to the existing QR codes. And of course, as the guy mentioned in the another, like the Run Me Daddy was the name, was very funny. Like the RAMs are super complex to use, and there are like several steps involved. So we want to make like easier the way to spend your money when you get paid in crypto, like to make it super easy. Um, to pay like when you are traveling or when you are home. So basically these are some pictures from my travel. So the first one is in Vietnam and the next ones are in Brazil. Everyone on the streets are accepting QR codes. So what is good about this? That is fast and convenient. You just scan the current QR code. So as you can see here, we are not onboarding like the vendors. We are not onboarding the merchants. They're using their local QR codes. And so it is easiest. It is faster and easier for them, and of course for like for us crypto native as well. Again, you don't have to go like in the airport to change the money, and you don't have like to pay fees for changing the money. And we are using state-of-the-art technology. Of course, we are using all the technology on Stellar. And of course, again, we want the platform to be like the perfect companion for travelers. So more than payments, in the future, we want to be and to offer like services for travelers. And we would like to as well to offer like Iralo, for example, to partner with them to offer like all the solutions that a traveler needs in the future, like the financial organizer, like payment for transportation, and etc. So regarding the technical architecture, we are using, of course, like stellar anchors, like for payments and to be able to pay in every country. So we are already talking with Unclap and N tokens because our first countries of operation will be in Brazil and in Colombia. So our roadmap this year, luckily, so for the next quarters, so we are gonna be working from London. So we are accepted in an incubator, and we will be like building our MVP, and we will be integrating like this technology with Stellar and doing like the first testing. By the end of the year, we are launching, planning to launch the MVP and like integrating the systems with the first anchors. And also we are gonna open like a beta tester for some users. And of course, the idea and the plan is to close our first venture round by the end of the year. And next year, we're going to work like on the marketing campaigns, new functionalities for the app to be like more appealing for the users, and etc. So our strategy is like to attract the early adopters, those who are getting paid in crypto that already are using crypto and want another ways like to spend it, and not like through an exchange or through a Visa Mastercard technology or something like that. We also want like to focus and do the launch only for travelers at this moment because the locals already have several solutions. So we are gonna focus on the travelers and digital nomads. We're gonna launch in Colombia and Brazil, as I mentioned before, but as well in Southeast Asia. And yes, basically, in the long term, we see like we do doing advertisement in airports with travel influencers and etc. So basically, this is some data from the current market. So 58% of the transactions made by travelers is in cash, like when they're abroad. 17% is in debit and credit cards, and 3% in multi-currency wallets. And we are gonna get money like on currency conversion fees. We will have like premium benefits and premium plans for some users, and as well we are talking for offering API services. So for example, yesterday I was in touch with someone from Polkadot. They are developing Polkadot Pay, and actually I just mentioned the project to them, and they will be interested like to integrate these solutions into the Polkadot Pay system. So actually that is something that we can explore, and we are exploring like to offer this service and this solution as an API for all kind of like wallets and all kind of companies. So yes, basically that's it. So be sure to follow us on Instagram and Twitter. And yeah, and of course I hope to see you all here using Abroad when you travel and when you are going overseas.
That was awesome. And I am very serious when I say I really wished that UPI in India, which is a QR code scan, I was like, man, I just wish we had a global UPI payments on Stellar. And I think you're making that a reality, Esteban. So I can't wait to see that come to
Yeah,
life. So
actually
thank
we
you
are
so
doing it. Mhm.
Oh, good.
Yeah, sure,
Since we are short on time here,
you.
I am gonna move to the next person here. But Esteban, I look forward to seeing you grow within our community, and I can't wait to see. Thank you. Enjoy the rest of your day. Enjoy Hong
Okay, bye-bye.
Kong. All right, next up we have Paige from Frontier Registry. Paige, come on up. Hello, hello. All right, I see you dropped your slides. I will go ahead and share them.
And yeah, thank you. Thanks so much. I really appreciate this opportunity to present.
Of course. Thank you for sharing your project.
Yeah, this has been a great experience, this boot camp.
Good, good. I'm so glad that that is the case. That makes me very happy in many ways. One second. So, there we go. What was your favorite part of the boot camp, Paige?
I think iterating on the file, and then also there was really a lot of support from the bigger tech side, so that was so helpful.
Absolutely. All right, everybody, let's kick it off. And Paige, all you.
Okay, terrific. So, science in the age of AI needs authenticated data. At Frontier Registry, we're building at the cross-section of DPIN, Decentralized Public Infrastructure, and RWA, real-world assets. So for scientific research, authenticating data provenance is imperative. Frontier Registry certifies intellectual property ownership and authenticates data provenance for scientific research. Now, our core team has been building together since 2022. Our lead dev, Lucas EY, is a graduate of Kyushu University in computer science. He's fluent in Rust, Solidity, Java, React, and more. Our advisor is UH Manoa Associate Professor of Aerospace Engineering. He's also the principal investigator on a NASA-funded program called HIAEA, Hawaii Aspiring Aerospace Engineers Academy, for UH Manoa, and I actually work with him on that project, and I'm a graduate of UH Manoa. We had actually the honor of welcoming a new member during the boot camp who joined us on the third day, Thane. He's an undergraduate at Howard University, and he's super keen to get into the whole DeSci, decentralized science ecosystem. So, and I'm the founder, founder creator of Frontier Registry, and I first published this actually as a pitch deck on OpenSea. It was one of the very first IP NFTs back in February 2022. And I participate regularly in the UNESCO Open Science Working Group since 2021, and I'm active in the NASA TOPS Transform to Open Science community. All right, so data provenance in the age of AI, augmented scientific research is imperative. Equally imperative for a robust innovation economy is for researchers to have the tools to certify their IP immutably and in a tamper-proof way. So what's the problem? Well, the problem is that data artifacts published with no traceability of their provenance could potentially put at risk the integrity of scientific research. It's the we don't know what we don't know problem. And a recent report published by the Royal Society, Science in the Age of AI, actually highlights this issue. And the second real problem that we've identified is that of intellectual property certification. Open science policy directives issued by the White House makes compliance obligatory by anyone who receives federal research funds. So researchers are obligated to publish their work open source immediately, but at present there exists no research infrastructure or tamper-proof tool that allows the researchers to certify their IP ownership pre-publishing, as a work in progress, or even as a complete artifact. So the solution that we're proposing is the research infrastructure that certifies data and IP on the blockchain. So using an automated certification system, Frontier Registry researchers an easy-to-use tool to authenticate and certify their research data on chain. The next iteration for Frontier Registry is to automate rapid and transparent search using AI integration for originality of research artifacts and IP. So we're looking to make this a very simple UX as well. Slide 7, this is the features. Super excited to be working with Stellar blockchain integration using simple sign-in with Soroban smart contracts. Users will certify their IP with a simple click. The same system can authenticate their data provenance. And now the researcher is open science compliant, transparent, accessible research artifacts, and their IP is immutably linked to their on-chain user identity. Slide 8 is our technical architecture, which it was great. We had a lot of support from the bigger tech people diagramming that was nice. Slide 9 is a demo. Please keep in mind that this was actually built initially on an L2.
Layer 2. It's integrated presently with MetaMask. When you click on login here, it'll prompt you to log in and authenticate with your wallet. And then you'll be in the interface, and then you can go to new research. Just an easy editor here. You can write or copy paste. Like this is a test for Soroban SCF Kickstarter. You can, when you're done with that, you can publish it. So what that means is that once you've clicked publish and then certified it on chain with with your wallet confirmation, it will give you this. And this is a confirmation of the name, the asset ID. The owner would be this person's wallet, right? The issuer is Frontier Registry, and then it would just be then the taxon and the other information. Okay, so this is our Frontier Registry data.
Okay, cool. Awesome. I love how you speeded that up. Very smart. Our roadmap. So Q3, digital direct object identifier. So that's kind of a bit of a IP and authenticating data can also be called a digital direct object identifier using the blockchain. So that will be our primary deliverable, is to fully automate that system and integrate it with Soroban smart contracts and using the Stellar mainnet. And then, so for Q4, it'll be then a focus on the AI integration for user-generated quick searches for originality of their data artifacts. And then for Q1 2025, we're looking to really double down on the strategic partnerships focus. So build on the relationships we've cultivated with UNESCO, with the open science community, many of which have actually strongly articulated the need for these research infrastructure tools, US government agencies, US academic institutions. And that's kind of actually also our go-to-market strategy. GovTech is very much a focus for us. And we're looking to do enterprise level licensing with per user variables, institutions with 10 to 10,000 users. And we're not forgetting the individual users. We can also cater to them through freemium and then credits. Also a sliding scale for anybody in underserved regions or underserved communities where any kind of a fee for publishing or research would be a barrier. Now, the TAM is $792 billion annual research and development expenditure in the US alone. That's an 8.4% CAGR that is forecast until 2035. And there are 13 million higher education research globally who publish annually. And that's not even counting citizen scientists and students. So the next one is just basically a recap of the biz model. Again, we're really focusing on enterprise level licensing with per user variable and freemium for individual users. And that pretty much wraps us up. Yeah, the QR code will take you to a 2-minute explainer video. And in the video description, you'll see a link to my link. Please feel free to reach out. I can walk you through the demo or answer any questions. And it's been a real pleasure. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Paige. That was awesome. It looks like you do have a question for Brahim, who says, I wonder what happens when someone sells the IP. Do you update your system somehow based on government record? Or is that something you've not thought about just yet?
I mean, we've we're so still in the trenches that we have thought about that. But I think that what it could do, what we've looked at doing is actually have the owner of the IP then transfer that into the other person's wallet. So it'd have to almost be like a peer-to-peer transfer rather than it being system-wide. So we'd have to rely on the on the person who's transferring the IP to the person who wants to acquire, right? And then that articulated on chain. But kind of that's just like what we do in the real world, right? When we're selling our IP, it's just that now it's on paper or documents or notarized. So this would just be on-chain automation.
Absolutely.
But we're still looking at it as being peer-to-peer. But it's a great question. I appreciate that a lot. Very, very forward thinking.
Thank you so much, Paige. I'm going to move you to audience here. And Naksha, for some reason, I'm not able to invite you to speak. Any of my moderators that are chilling in the chat able to accept his speaking request? There you are. Perfect. Hello, hello. Welcome.
Yeah, so let's get started.
Yeah, go for it. Take it off.
I'm audible, right?
Yes, you are. We can see you. We can hear you.
Yes. So let's start. So yeah, as you can see, this is our project which goes by the name Visify, and so let me start with the team itself. So yeah, I'm hacking this solo, and my name is Nakshatra, and I'm a full stack blockchain developer having a 3+ years of experience in this Web3 space. And other than that, I'm a pre-final year student at IIT Roorkee pursuing computer science over there. And these are my LinkedIn, GitHub, and Twitter handles. So yeah, let us get to the product. So what we are helping organizations do is we are providing them an easy to use tool for creating quizzes. So as we can see that organization often face problems in creating the quiz manually based on the content they have provided in the sessions. So that is the problem that we are incorporating, and we are also helping them in reward management process. So they don't have to worry about manual quiz creation as well as rewarding the participants manually. This we can do with the help of the AI and the blockchain technology which we are leveraging in our project. So yeah, so these are the problems which you can have a look at, and this is the solution that I've just discussed. This will help to this will help to enhance the participant engagement as well as reduce the cumbersome effort of the organization to manually create quiz as well as to manually uh, distribute the rewards. Yeah, so this was pretty much about the solution, and this is how our platform would look like